Hello, my name is Michele and I am a designer jeweller working in the world famous Jewellery quarter in Birmingham. I want to tell you a little bit about my work and about the sort of things that I make. I have here 3 examples of pieces that are very typical. I'm interested in gemstones, and in particular I like to use unusual gemstones, not necessarily precious, but interesting gemstones which are not usually found in people's jewellery. My other particular interest is in trees, and I quite often incorporate the 2 things into my pieces of work. The first piece which I want to show you is a brooch, which can also be worn as a necklace or a pendant. Here I have it on onyx beads, and this piece has as its centre a slate which has pyrites growing on it. Pyrites you may know as fool's gold, and pyrites grows in cubes, and here we have little pieces of the cubes and little pieces of rectangles of pyrites growing from the layers of the slate. I've used silver and 18-karat gold to try and mimic the layers and the pyrites that are in the stone. So I've built up layers of silver, and I've used cubes and rectangles of 18-karat gold on that silver, and then the whole piece is riveted together at the end so that it seems to me that it looks as though the piece was mined just exactly as it is. The next piece I want to show you is also a brooch and can be worn as a pendant. This has at its centre an agate which I call a landscape agate. This is because it has inclusions in it which give the impression of it being a landscape. These are natural inclusions, and it's been cut in a way that this piece in particular looks as though it is the sky and the sea, and there are boats with tall masts on the sea. For this reason, I have built up my layers to look like the sea with the waves in silver and gold, and the trees growing from the land behind the sea. And behind that there is also 2 masts of a ship which I have put onto the silver background, and they're peeping out from behind one of the trees. The other piece which I have here to show you is incorporating a number of those ideas. So it's built up in layers, and it is silver, and this is my response to a picture which is in the Barber Institute, which is the art gallery of Birmingham University, a picture by Claude Monet called The Church at Varongaville. You can see the church in the background perched up on the hill behind the trees, and you can also see on the other side that the land comes down and the sea is behind the land. In the foreground there are 2 trees, and the whole piece, again made of silver, is oxidized so that I have got all these different colours. You can get anything from the sorts of yellows that I've got in there to orange and brown, and if you leave it for a long time, the oxidation, it turns black, which is what I've done with the trees.